David's wives being punished for something he did, punished by sexual assault at that. There are all these things that all of a sudden come up. And if you want to say, and punishment is.
Okay, they talk about, I think I've read that story before, why David's wife was punished for, well, that's the way they put it. So if you read the story very well, you see that David did something very wrong. He took Bathsheba, he took another man's wife and killed the man. God sent a prophet to him to tell him, because of this thing you have done, this is what will happen to you. God might not send a prophet to him to tell him anything. Now, what I want to bring out here is that bad things happen to good people. Good things happen to bad people. Because God told him what will happen in the future, it doesn't mean it was God that caused it to happen. God only made him know that if you begin to see these things happening, it is because of what you have done. You should not be surprised that these things are happening to you. God is making us to realize that you cannot do something wrong and go scot-free. So the fact that it is other people that looks as if they are being punished for it. Now, when I said good things happen to bad people and bad things happen to good people, that is how it is, that is how it will always be, and that's how life is. Even you that don't believe in God and you don't think you've hurt anyone ever in your life, bad things has happened to you before. You can't say that everything has been all rosy for you since you know your left from your right. You can't say so. So bad things do happen also. Now let's imagine that God didn't tell him and those things still happen. Would you have said that it was God that punished his wife, David's wife, for David's sin? You wouldn't have said so. It was because it was said. God sent Nathan to him before it happened. That is why you are able to say these things you are saying. There are many things that happen in the Bible that God didn't mention before they happen. You can't accuse God for those things. Now, because this thing, God mentioned it before it happened, now you start saying, no, it was God that did it. No, it's not God that did it. Absalom and Ammon, what they did, it was not God that told them to do it.